Students, family members, friends, faculty and staff, and distinguished guests, welcome to the University of Minnesota School of Nursing and the Earl E. Bakken Center for Spirituality and Healing 2022 Fall Commencement Ceremony. We thank our distinguished guests for joining us on stage for this special day. Specifically, we welcome University of Minnesota Regent Kendall J. Powell and President Joan Gabel. We are grateful that so many of our students and families and friends could join us today in this ceremony in this magnificent auditorium. We specifically thank you for safely making the travel. And we are honored to share this special day with additional guests, graduates, friends, and family who are joining us via live stream. We likely have many nurses in this audience, nurses who have or have advanced health and served or are serving our communities. Today, we want you to know that you have inspired and supported our graduates. Could we ask that all the nurses in attendance please stand so that we might share our appreciation for you. We thank you for your service, your ongoing service, whether that's direct patient care or client care, or serving all of the breadth of the health delivery in this state of Minnesota and beyond. While celebrating in this great auditorium, we acknowledge that the School of Nursing, this auditorium, the University of Minnesota Twin City campus, is built within the traditional homelands of the Dakota people. We recognize the longstanding relationship between the land and the Dakota people, the original traditional stewards of this place that we gather today. And we also acknowledge the violence of colonialism and ongoing racism toward our indigenous peoples. We are growing in our realization that the healthcare system, meant to protect and heal people, has supported structures of racism, which is causing ongoing trauma and health inequities. By living here, working here, and using the resources of this place and in this moment, we will now commit to turning around the racism and the effects on health, and we will bring that commitment to this experience that we share in this moment. Well, graduates, accomplishments such as those that we're recognizing today aren't possible without the selfless contributions of so many that have surrounded you and surround you today. Your parents, spouses, tutors, scholarship donors, classmates, partners. We know that many join us in this auditorium today. Many are joining us on the live stream. The support of all of these people, virtual or here, along with some who are no longer with us, have provided each one of you during your studies the critical support for success. So graduates, let us join in sharing our appreciation for these people who are both here and watching on live stream from home. And we also acknowledge the incredible efforts of the School of Nursing and Center for Spirituality and Healing faculty. Some of those are seated here on stage. Many are joining us also online via the live stream. We thank them for the role in making this day, your degree and graduation, possible. Let's thank them. I'd like to now invite Professor Mary Jo Kreitzer, Director of the Earl Bakken Center for Spirituality and Healing, to also welcome you. Mary Jo?
Oh, thank you very much, Connie. Good afternoon. On behalf of the Bakken Center faculty and staff, I want to add my welcome and congratulations to all of the graduates of the Integrative Health and Wellbeing Coaching Master's Program and their families. Health coaching is a relatively new profession in healthcare that focuses on empowering individuals and groups to take charge of their own well-being through meaningful mindset and behavior changes. Health coaches work in a wide variety of settings, including clinics and community health centers, hospitals, senior living facilities, recreational sites, employee health, insurance providers, educational institutions, and private practice. I'm proud to say at the University of Minnesota, we've been on the leading edge of the field's development since 2005, when we became the first academic graduate health coaching program in the nation. In 2014, we launched the first master's degree in the field, and we've been instrumental in advancing national board certification for individual coaches and approval of health coaching programs. As of this month, there are now over 110 approved programs and over 8,000 nationally board certified coaches. Our graduates have a 100% pass rate on the national board exam, often setting the curve for the exam. Today, we celebrate 10 students graduating from the MA in Integrative Health Coaching Master's Program. In addition to our degree in health coaching, the Bakken Center also offers both a graduate certificate and a graduate minor in integrative therapies and healing practices. We have 2 students graduating with a certificate, a pediatric physician and a student who is currently also pursuing a degree in pharmacy. We congratulate these graduates and their families as well.
Thank you, Mary Jo. We are delighted to have the Earl Bakken Center for Spirituality and Healing, you, and all of our students together in this commencement today. As I might add, I'm also a proud alum of your certificate program. I now ask you to please welcome the 17th president of the University of Minnesota and a true leader in reimagining opportunities to advance areas such as next generation health science education, clinical care and research, and the health and well-being of our students. Please welcome Joan Gabel.
Friends and colleagues and class of 2022, it is an absolute pleasure to be with all of you today. I know I speak for all of us when I say this is happy and joyful. We are celebrating with you. We are honored to have walked alongside you in your journey educationally and professionally. I am personally proud to have the opportunity to congratulate you, our distinguished graduates from the School of Nursing and the Earl Bakken Center for Spirituality and Healing. And here at the U, honoring accomplishments is something we so look forward to. Not only is this one of our just most delightful and favorite times of the year, but it is important to acknowledge the achievement that it represents. It's a recognition of your individual commitment and effort, but it's also about others, family who supported you, friends who knew when you needed them, that faculty member who inspired and encouraged you, that patient who made you remember why you were doing what you were doing, and so many others. And I want to personally congratulate each of you and extend congratulations to our Master of Nursing program graduates who began the program in September 2021, making the decision to join this field in the middle of the pandemic, which is incredibly inspiring to all of us who might be your patients one day. And our Doctor of Nursing practice graduates who are expanding their practice, and our graduates from the Center for Spirituality and Healing, including our Master in Integrative Health and Wellbeing Coaching, and our graduates in the Integrative Therapies and Health Practices Certificate. Here we are, and this is what you've worked so hard for, so hard to achieve, and have looked forward to since enrolling at the University of Minnesota. I hope you are proud. I hope you really feel this. Families, I hope you really feel this and know how excited we are to recognize your achievements at your commencement ceremony today. So graduates, your next steps are significant. As you take them, I want to close by asking you to consider the following. As your overall life experiences, and particularly your most recent experiences, serve as your guide, I think you'll find that coping with uncertainty is literally the most important skill you've acquired as you've mastered all of the technical skills and competencies of your education. It's arguably the most important skill anyone can have, and I can't imagine that this group of graduates, having gone through what you've gone through at the time that you've gone through it, must have it as much or more than anyone else. I also want to thank you for the many contributions that I know you made during your time as a Gopher, but also for those that I know you're going to make in the future in your professional journey. As you move into this next chapter of your life, I wish you every success. I thank you for the field that you've chosen, and I congratulate you again, class of 2022, on your achievements. I look forward to congratulating you as you walk across the stage. Thank you.
Joan, thank you for your comments and particularly lifting up uncertainty. We're prepared. As President Gabel also stated, our Masters of Nursing students made the choice to become nurses and began their studies in the midst of this pandemic. You were answering the call society has for more nurses. The numbers are staggering. If I might add, just in Minnesota, we need 23,000 more nurses by 2025. Master of Nursing students, when you entered the MN program without backgrounds in nursing, you brought a breadth of expertise from your previous bachelor's and for some of you, your previous master's degrees. If you might allow me to lift up the expertise that you brought to your studies, to the school, and to nursing. The majors that your class represents include accounting and finance, art, biochemistry, biology, biomedical science, business information systems, chemistry, English, genetics, German, global studies, health science, Hispanic language and literature, interdisciplinary studies, kinesiology, medical laboratory tech, music education, music performance, neuroscience, nutrition, psychology, social work, sociology, and even zoology. And guess what? In less than 2 years, you became prepared to sit for boards, to become registered nurses, and deliver patient-centered, team-based care to all ages across all settings. In that time, you welcome the richness and diversity of your colleagues. This will serve you well as you embark on your new profession within an incredibly complex health system, including the complexities of planetary health. And you have enriched this school and our university just as you will the nursing profession and healthcare, and we thank you. You will now leave this institution after this degree. I know some of you are coming back. Along with your graduation today, along with your Doctor of Nursing Practice and Center for Spirituality and Healing graduates, you do stand ready to improve health and wellness when we need it the most. Let's pause for a little bit of reflection. Sometimes history seems an unimportant situation. In our school, it's not. In 1909, Dr. Richard Olding Beard, who at the time was chair of the physiology program here at the University of Minnesota, led an effort to permanently bring nursing into the institution of higher learning, rather than where nursing education was occurring, which was training within health systems. The establishment of what bringing nursing into higher ed is the creation of our school, the first school ever to be birthed in a university. So we celebrate knowledge and growth and wisdom. Throughout his career, Beard passionately advocated for the advancement of nursing. He believed that educating nurses would help society, and I directly quote, recognize the worth of human life, conserve human health, and provide for social justice. And now here we are, 113 years later. University of Minnesota grads are still leading the way and using their education to help society recognize the worth of human life, conserve human health, and provide for social justice. Might I conclude with another Beard quote that rings as true today as the day that he said it when he talked to the graduates of the class of 1923. He told the students, and I quote directly, "The history of a university or of a school may be guided or misguided by its governing body. It may be inspired or uninspired by its faculty. But it is actually written in the work and in the play and in the life and the character, in the future achievements of its students. That's you. You are the school." It is because of this and the unique gifts you, the class of 2022, have received from both the School of Nursing, the Bakken Center for Spirituality and Healing, and this university, despite many challenges that you have experienced, and maybe even experiencing in this moment. It's because of you that we have hope for the health and well-being of our communities and our planet, and that hope has never been brighter, despite the challenges. And again, we thank you. On behalf of the University of Minnesota, the faculty and staff of our School of Nursing, and the Center for Spirituality and Healing, we share sincere congratulations to you on earning your degree on this day. We're tremendously proud of you. Even though we're Minnesotans, we are proud of you. We're proud of all that you've achieved, and even more excited to see you fulfill your vision of optimal health and well-being for all people and life, if you might say, and this planet. So we celebrate you, and we deeply extend our care, love, gratitude, and confidence in each one of you. Now it's my privilege to introduce our commencement speaker, Dana Erickson. Dana, in her role as President and Chief Executive Officer of Blue Cross Blue Shield of Minnesota and its parent company, Stella, is responsible for overseeing the strategy and the operations of the state's largest nonprofit health plan. Dana joined Blue Cross in 2015. At that point, she was Senior Director of Care Management before being promoted to Vice President in the same division the following year. Soon after arriving at Blue Cross, Dana led the creation of what is called the High Complexity Case Unit. That's one of those situations or programs that is about patient-centric care management, and it focuses on members with multiple diagnoses and complications. Starting as a pilot program with 6 registered nurses, this high complexity case unit team has grown to include over 30 health coaches who reach thousands of members every year. This entity continues to be a signature program in Blue Cross Blue Shield's overall efforts to reduce hospitalizations and particularly readmissions, improve overall patient outcomes, and lower overall medical costs. You might wonder what she did before coming to Blue Cross Blue Shield. She held clinical and medical leadership roles in Univita Health and Optum Health. Her tenure there includes serving as Vice President of Strategic Accounts. Additionally, she spent 2 years serving in Anoka County here in Minnesota as a nursing leader, a role in which she oversaw home-based services for the senior and at-risk populations. I know you're seeing a theme in her career trajectory. Always serving complex, unusual situations. She is a registered nurse and a respiratory therapist. Dana has administered direct patient care in addition to leading rehabilitation center operations. She studied social work at the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire. She holds a bachelor's degree in nursing from the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, and she currently serves on numerous boards. I might mention the board of Portico HealthNet. That is a Minnesota-based nonprofit that helps uninsured individuals and family get access to affordable coverage and care. Please join me in welcoming Dana Erickson.
Thank you, Dean Delaney, for that introduction, and thank you for the invitation to be here today. Gosh, I have to say, standing here and seeing these tables is bringing me back to my pinning ceremony. So I just could not be more thrilled to be here today. It is truly an understatement to say how impressed and humbled I am by the level of passion, dedication, and achievement that I see gathered here today in this hall. While I haven't had the pleasure of meeting most of you yet, but I will do that, I am confident that we actually have a lot in common. I'm guessing that, like me, you knew from an early age that you wanted to focus your life on making a difference and in helping other people. You may not have known that it would lead you here today, and I know for many, you started your education on a different path. And while the calling itself is something we all have in common, the journey, or the actions that we take to answer the call, is very different and very personal for each of us. For me, my path took me to college and a career that began as a respiratory therapist and a registered nurse in the hospital. I still am a nurse, although my daughters will not let me start an IV on them or do any procedures because I am quite rusty. But I really loved being a clinician in the hospital. I considered it a privilege to be there for people throughout every stage of the life cycle, from the elation that came from helping deliver babies in labor and delivery, to the tears that I cried with families when their loved ones passed away unexpectedly or just too soon. Every day, I could see and feel the impact that I was able to make at critical moments, and it was immensely satisfying. And yet, gradually over time, I found myself drawn to trying to understand why a system that was filled with so many great, dedicated people didn't always work the way that it should. There were gaps in care, gaps in equity, and gaps in outcomes. Those concerns led me on a new path to explore other parts of the healthcare system. In short, I wanted to learn more, and I wanted to be a part of changing and helping the system evolve. So I did that. I worked in public health and social services, long-term care and home care, and ultimately in the managed care and the health insurance industry where I've now been for almost 2 decades. It was not easy, but for all the meaningful learnings and the deeper insights that I gathered along the way, I would not change a thing. A nursing professor that I had and greatly admired once told me, "Every experience that you have will help you on your journey, and never be afraid to try something new if it expands your view of the world. Some experiences you will replicate. Others of them you will never want to see or try again. But all of them will inform your journey along the way. And I can tell you, if you desire new opportunities, if you want to seek challenges that both grow you personally and make a difference for others, nursing and healthcare has endless paths that you can take. And as I grew in my career, I was grateful that I had taken the advice of that wise nursing professor, because each of the paths that I took helped me to know the type of leader that I wanted to be. And as a leader in healthcare, I quickly learned 3 key principles I want to share with you today for success. First, never forget that the most important person is the patient. Second, surround yourself with the best team that you possibly can. And third, let them run. Your team may never say the words to you out loud, but know this: they will always look to you to help break down barriers that stand between them and doing their best work. Unfortunately, many of those barriers in healthcare take the form of societal constructs. I'm sure most of you are familiar with the term social determinants of health, the conditions in which people are born into, the environments in which we live, the places where we work, and the support systems that surround us as we grow older. And while all of us here know how the healthcare system performs so much good, from everyday routine care to miraculous, life-saving, and life-changing procedures, only 20% of the average person's health is actually determined by care they receive in a doctor's office, at a clinic, or in a hospital. In other words, the vast majority of your health is shaped by what life looks like outside of the healthcare system. It's shaped by the environment, by socioeconomic forces, by where you live, and by race. Make no mistake, the scourge of structural racism is a public health crisis. It's a social contagion causing untold pain and suffering across generations. For BIPOC and other marginalized communities, the evidence is overwhelming. Inequities in healthcare are often rooted in racial bias and discrimination. It's more than shocking, it's shameful, and it needs to change. All people, regardless of race, income, zip code, or any other factors, should have opportunities to live their healthiest lives possible. As healthcare professionals and as healthcare leaders, which all of you now are, this belief should inform everything that we do. Even under the best of circumstances, working in healthcare can be incredibly challenging and demanding. It takes a toll on your body, on your emotions, and on your time. It's an understatement to say that healthcare has gone through an incredibly difficult 3 years. The frontline heroes who we celebrated through the pandemic found a way to keep showing up despite the relentless stress, burnout, and uncertainty about when or if things would get better. And yet, as Dean Delaney shared, most of you made your choice to enter the healthcare field during a pandemic. That speaks to a clarity of purpose and a determination that I find truly remarkable. If a hero is defined by making the choice to run towards danger instead of running away from it, then all of you together today stand as true heroes. Absolutely. If the pandemic has taught us anything, it's that big, intracted, systemic problems cannot be solved in isolation, and they cannot be the responsibility of any one group, one organization, or one person. The journey to a better health system takes all of us, and it shows up in the work that we do every day as our authentic selves. Be true to yourself, be true to your beliefs, and be true to your principles by modeling the kind of work and career path that brings you a sense of personal fulfillment and does good for others. I'm fortunate now to be in a position where I'm at a company that does a lot of recruitment of new, talented, skilled graduates entering the workforce. So I say from experience that all areas of the healthcare system need people with your passion and your beliefs to create the next generation of healthcare in Minnesota and across the country. So some of you probably know where you're headed next, and others of you may be saying, okay, what happens from here? Well, I would start by taking lots of pictures today with your friends and your family and really enjoying this time that you have today and over the next, hopefully several weeks that you have a break. For years in my house, we displayed a framed photo of myself on graduation day, holding my diploma, huge smile on my face, very proud that I had made it. I was a nurse. And over time, that photo has moved to the back of the album, and it's been replaced with other great family memories and accomplishments. But whenever I see a cap and gown or I pull out that photo, it takes me right back to where all of you are now today. And I can assure you, the feeling of accomplishment and purpose and hope that you feel today will stay with you forever. So again, thank you for allowing me to celebrate this momentous occasion with all of you and your family and friends. Best of luck to you and congratulations.
Thank you, Dana. I'm particularly celebrating the exemplar that you are, with all of your interdisciplinary background, not just in the head, the mind, but that interdisciplinary experience that you brought to every patient and family that you touched. And then most significantly, you keep it in your heart and mind as you lead a large company. Thank you. Next, it is my pleasure to introduce our student speakers. We have two. Speaking on behalf of the Master of Nursing class will be Victoria Marie Jackson. Victoria is an Alabama native. She's an Alabama native. I think you've become a Minnesotan. She's the daughter of Tony and Veronica Jackson, and she's sister to Katie Jackson. We feel the same. Victoria received her bachelor's in healthcare management at the University of Southern Alabama. She worked in hospitality until she later went to receive her master in public health from the University of Georgia. And this is where her love for maternal and child health was born. Upon graduating, she moved to Boston to work for a nonprofit that was centered around her passion, prenatal care and education. Her passion for nursing started also in an early childhood dream after the death of her grandfather. This desire grew as she continued through her education and learned the ins and the outs of the healthcare system. Victoria is looking forward to primarily two things: starting her nursing career as a maternal and newborn nurse, and spending time at the beach. That's work-life integration. From the time she was young, Maizua Young has incorporated her knowledge of both Eastern and Western culture and medicine in her self-care practices and the management of her own health. Through these practices, she developed passions, especially for movement and cooking. These special interests led her to complete her 200-hour yoga teaching certificate. Those passions also led her to complete her BS in service management at the University of Stout in Menominee, Wisconsin. And today she's graduating with her master's degree in integrative health and well-being coaching. A strong commitment to inclusivity, attainability, and accessibility are what she values. She values these most highly in her overall life, and it's what she brings to her workplaces. This includes launching a program to help individuals with mental health and disabilities to increase their job skills and the skills in managing a team at a nonprofit organization that believes food is medicine. Maizue has been hired as a health coach in the sunny state of California. Next year, you can find her soaking up the sun and making health inclusive, attainable, and accessible. On a quick note, unfortunately, Maizua is ill and unable to be with us today. Reading her remarks will be her wonderful classmate, Jessica Flanagan. So please first welcome Victoria and then Jessica to the podium.
Thank you, Dr. Delaney. Hey, everyone. How are y'all doing? Okay, I am indeed elated and honored to be nominated by my peers to stand here and address this graduating class. I would like to first thank God, my mom, my dad, my sister, and all my family and friends that have traveled near and far to support me. I also wanted to thank all the supporters of all the graduates here today, for you all know all the sleepless nights and all the tears that we cried after class. Thank you to the faculty and staff here at the School of Nursing. You all created an environment that was fit for learning and truly guided us through this program. We thank all the DNP students who served as our TAs, our clinical instructors, and sometimes therapists, as they guided us through learning the many skills of nursing. Each of you made it worthwhile, and as one of the many students who relocated for this degree, we thank you. I personally would like to say thank you to Dr. Ashley Walker for the SEC football talks, and also my personal life coach, Dr. Stephanie Gingrich. To the MN graduates, we made it. We, not just me, we endured 16 months of tears, assignments, and a winter that seemed to never end, at least for me. As a class, we welcomed babies, awed over engagement rings and wedding pictures, and experienced losses and made many sacrifices. One of the requirements for this program was to have a prior degree, and like you all know, here today are joining you former teachers, public health professionals, artists, yoga instructors, biologists, and business leaders. You are also looking at a group of individuals who had the courage to start their nursing career in a time of uncertainty. We heard the call and ran straight to the belly of the beast. And while I know that statement has been said many times tonight, I want to reiterate it for my classmates. So when you face that tough case that you have, I want you to think about how strong you were to submit your application to this nursing program. From creating study outlines for the entire class to creating cohort communication channels, each person had their own strengths and shared it with the class. This cohort is made up of individuals of different professionals and personal backgrounds, which means that we meshed a lot of cultures and opinions. And I will let you know that we were able to come together as a class on things that matter to us, like Zoom offerings. And you can ask Dr. Erica Shore, we were not afraid to push back or ask for help when we needed it. Today, we will be handed this piece of paper, a diploma, if you may, certifying the successful completion of our courses of study. So what are you going to do with this degree? Be it a master's or a doctorate. What are you going to do with it? And I'm not talking just about making all the money you want so you can buy the things you want, but I want to know how exactly are you going to change the world? There are so many problems facing the world that nurses can address. For nurses is just another word to describe a person strong enough to tolerate everything and soft enough to understand everyone. As a nurse, we have not only the opportunity to heal the mind, soul, heart, and body of our patients, but also through our resilience, perseverance, and strength, we have the opportunity to make a difference in this world through our business, our voice, and our demonstration. Rosie Williams said, to do what nobody else will do in a way that no one else can do, in spite of all we go through, that is what it is to be a nurse. In treating, we will learn, and with learning, we will treat better. There will be many patients who will forget our names, but they will never forget how we made them feel. So be kind, be empathetic, and be good, no matter how overwhelmed you may be. Sometimes, remember, no matter how difficult the days may get, don't forget the reason you became a nurse. Go into the world and do well, but more importantly, go into the world and do good. This is your time to fly, so chase your dreams. To all the graduates, I say, may the beautiful earth be our footstool from here moving forward on our journey ahead in life. My best wishes to you all. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. As you heard earlier, I'm filling in for my Jua Yang, who's a part of our program, so I'm just going to read her remarks today. I want to thank the University of Minnesota and the Bakken Center for Spirituality and Healing for offering a program that not only equipped us to become health coaches, but also provided a magical experience that has transformed many of us students. In addition, I want to thank all the professors, including Karen Lawson, Teresa Nutt, and Aaron Erickson, as well as the program coordinators for guiding and supporting us along the way. Lastly, I want to thank all the health coaches who participated in the coaching program, as it has given us the opportunity to be coached and become better coaches ourselves. Today is about the lessons learned and knowledge earned. Here are 4 lessons learned. Number 1, we're never too young to experience burnout or too old to start over. So don't forget to take care of yourself and let go of things that no longer serve you. Be brave and go after what you thought you couldn't. Number 2, as honorable as it is to have a piece of paper confirming our hard work and success, what's most important is who we have become and the character we have fostered over the years. As we walk out these doors, know that the magic we experienced in this program doesn't end here. That transformation doesn't have to have an ending at all. Number 3, it's not only what we do, but who we are that determines the effectiveness of our work towards being. Number 4, be curious, stay curious, turn your worries, doubts, assumptions, and desires into questions that encourage forward movement. So take the knowledge earned and go out there to do what you were meant to do. Remember to stop and reflect on those aha moments that allow us to grow a little wiser. Thank you.
Thank you, Victoria, and thank you to Jessica for sharing Maizua's comments. There's a thread in both of your comments. The world needs you now, and you're meant to be here, and you're meant to create transformation. It's all about serving the people, the communities, and healthcare for all. I want to pick up on a comment that you read, Jessica, about always being curious, which I think is another gem of the comments. Victoria, will you teach me the meaning of the art on your cap? Okay. It's now my privilege to introduce Cheryl Lanigan. Cheryl serves as the president of the School of Nursing Alumni Board. Cheryl received her BSN from the University of Minnesota, and this is her second time serving on the Alumni Society Board, and her second time serving as a wonderful president. Please welcome Cheryl Lanigan.
Good evening. Thank you, Dr. Delaney. I guess it's not quite evening yet. I'm speeding the day along. As president of the School of Nursing Alumni Society, it's an honor and a pleasure to stand before you today to offer congratulations from the Alumni Society. Before I go any further, I just want to remind you that you're now all alumni, and even if you don't stay in the state of Minnesota, you can be a long-distance alumni, and we welcome you. We really welcome you. The board was created in 1913, and its longevity is a testament to the strength of our nursing graduates. It's in part this spirit of lifelong learning, recognition of your current achievements, and hope for many future contributions to the nursing profession that the School of Nursing Alumni Society is pleased to welcome you as our newest alumni. The School of Nursing Alumni Society is pleased to present each of our pre-licensure graduates with the University of Minnesota School of Nursing pin, made possible from donations from the University Annual Fund. The pinning ceremony is a nursing tradition that goes back more than 100 years, where new nurses are presented with the school's pins by the faculty. It represents a symbolic welcoming of new graduates into the nursing profession. The School of Nursing pin has been given to all initial licensure University of Minnesota nursing students since 1913. You can learn about the School of Nursing pin symbols in your commencement program, and I really encourage you to read what each of the symbols stands for. To our doctoral students, we present you a University of Minnesota engraved business card holder to celebrate your professional achievements. May you use this card holder with pride. Moving forward, we invite you all to stay engaged with the University of Minnesota community. Come back to campus when possible, serve as a mentor, become a preceptor, and attend our all-school reunion, which is changing from the spring to the fall in 2023, and it will be the week of homecoming. So there will be 2 opportunities to you to celebrate. Please stay connected with the School of Nursing via Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn, and be sure to let us know where you are and what you're doing. As our newest graduates, we represent both the future of nursing and the School of you represent the School of Nursing's future and legacy. Graduates of the class of 2022, you make us so proud. Congratulations.
Thank you, Cheryl. First, I want to thank you for continuing to practice and serve the people in the community. And Cheryl's key message, you're always part of the family, virtually and here in person. Today's commencement ceremony has a very special component to it. We are pleased to present an honorary Doctor of Laws degree to Jeannine Rivet. We present this to Jeannine for her advancement of nursing and healthcare through public service. Jeannine, might I ask you to join me? Yeah. This will be long. Warning. Yes. The honorary degree is the highest award conferred by the University of Minnesota. It is presented to individuals who have achieved acknowledged eminence in cultural affairs, public service, or a field of knowledge and scholarship. Jeannine Rivet will become the 5th recipient of an honorary degree in the 113-year history of this school. She was nominated by the school this year. She joins 4 previous recipients nominated by the school. Marie Manthe, the creator of primary nursing, who received her honorary degree in 1999. Poet and civil rights activist Maya Angelou, who was honored in 2007. Clara Adams Ender, former Chief of the United States Army Nurse Corps, was honored in our centennial year, 2009. And the former Surgeon General of the United States Army, Patricia Horoho, was honored in 2014. Let me share a bit about why Jeannine is so deserving of this honorary degree. Jeannine held a variety of influential leadership roles at United Health Group, including Chief Executive Officer and President of Optum, with her final position as Executive Vice President, from which she retired. As the Executive Vice President of United Health Group, she focused on strategic business relationships, clinician advancement, culture, and social responsibility. She served on numerous boards and continues to serve on numerous boards and committees. They include School of Nursing Dean's National Board of Visitors, United Health Group Children's Foundation, and the Harvard School of Public Health, Health Policy and Management Executive Council. In a nomination letter, Senior Executive Associate Dean for Academic Programs, Christine Mueller, wrote, and I quote directly from that letter, "Jeannine Rivet has challenged the systematic and systemic barriers leading to the advancement of women to leadership positions in healthcare. Through her dedication to the mentorship of women, her impactful leadership role in the largest health and well-being company in the world, and leadership in boards and organizations, hundreds of women have been able to advance to significant leadership and executive roles, influence healthcare systems to improve the health of individuals and communities," end quote. So Jeannine, after earning a bachelor's degree in nursing from Boston College, began her career as a pediatric nurse, just as some of you are going to do. She did this at Rhode Island Hospital. She would go on to earn a master's degree in public health from Boston University. And then while working in the managed care industry, she has developed new care models for particularly population health management. She is also a fellow in the American Academy of Nursing. This is the largest national and international honor for exceptional leaders in nursing. She's received many honors that recognize her contribution in healthcare and leadership development of women, including being recognized by Fortune magazine for 3 consecutive years as one of the 50 most powerful women in American business, receiving the 21st Century Pinnacle Leader Award by the Minnesota Women's Leadership Trust, and the Twin City Business Magazine Lifetime Achievement Award, and the Women's Health Trust Mentor of the Year Award. After earning her bachelor's degree in nursing from Boston College, as I mentioned, she pursued a career hands-on pediatric nurse. Today, we are privileged to honor Jeannine. At this time, I would like to ask Regent Powell to come forward to confer the degree while President Gabel and I conduct the hooding.
Because your profound influence has advanced healthcare delivery and outcomes through leadership and public service, and significantly enhanced the ability of both individuals and organizations to improve healthcare outcomes for individuals and communities. Because your commitment to and passion for improved patient care has led to numerous practice changes that have become international standards of care. Because of your significant leadership roles in the largest health and well-being company in the world, and your extraordinary service on the boards of numerous professional organizations, resulting in receiving numerous prestigious awards. Because your particular dedication to the mentorship of women and your active engagement in their professional development has advanced women into significant leadership and executive roles, whereby they also have positively affected health and healthcare delivery. The Regents of the University of Minnesota, upon recommendation of the faculties, confer upon you, Jeannine Rivet, the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
And Jeannine, now we'd like to invite you to share comments.
Regent Powell and all of the regents, President Gabel, Dean Delaney, I extend my deepest appreciation for this humbling and prestigious award. Also, a special thank you for those who nominated me for this incredible recognition, as well as the support of my family, who were there for me through my whole career. Many twists and turns, that you'll visit that yourself. I'm in great company as I look out at all of you graduating today. Nursing is and was for me a wonderful grounding and will offer you many opportunities as you move ahead in your career and life. All of us on the stage and Dana's comments and mine reflect that. So enjoy the journey. I wish you all wonderful holidays and thank you for making mine very special and memorable. Enjoy your journey, happy holidays, and thank you.
We thank you, Jeannine. You're a remarkable leader. We celebrate you in Minnesota, and as you know, around the world. And most significantly, we also celebrate you in your full work-life integration, if I might say. Congratulations. Yeah. We are honored that Ken Powell, Chair of the University of Minnesota Board of Regents, is with us this afternoon for the conferral of the degrees. Regent Powell is the former chairman and CEO of General Mills. In addition to serving as the chair of the Board of Regents, he chairs the Board of Partners in Food Solutions. This is a nonprofit organization dedicated to strengthening food security, improving nutrition, and increasing the economic development across Africa. He also serves as vice chair of the board of Close Gaps by 5, an advisory organization, an advocacy organization dedicated to increasing access to early childhood education. We thank you, Regent Powell, for being with us today and for your distinguished service to the University of Minnesota community, this state, and significantly around the world. Might you please join me at the podium?
Well, greetings. Greetings to one and all. Greetings, graduates and families, faculty and staff, distinguished guests. I am most honored to preside at this commencement on behalf of the University of Minnesota Board of Regents. To the graduates, congratulations. Today we honor your efforts and accomplishments with a celebration, and through your talent, your hard work, and your determination, you've earned this day of recognition. We not only celebrate your academic accomplishments, but also the potential you have to deliver such a positive influence in the professional healthcare world. Now more than ever, our healthcare systems need highly qualified nurses. Wear your University of Minnesota nursing degree proudly as you begin this journey, contributing to your communities, the state of Minnesota, the nation, and the world. To all the families and friends joining us today, thank you. Thank you for the countless ways you've supported these students as they've earned their nursing degrees.
Thank you, Regent Powell.
Off I go.
You might want to stay here with me. Will all the graduates please rise as you are able? Regent Powell, on behalf of the faculty of this School of Nursing and the Earl E. Bakken Center for Spirituality and Healing, I present to you the candidates who have completed the requirements for the Master of Nursing, Doctor of Nursing Practice, and Master of Arts in Integrative Health and Wellbeing Coaching degrees and post-baccalaureate certificates.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority of the regents, I now confer upon you the degrees for which you've qualified. On behalf of my colleagues on the University of Minnesota Board of Regents, I extend warm congratulations and very best wishes for your success.
I'll say a few words and then we'll shake. Well, you did it. Congratulations, class of 2022. It's official. And at this time, I invite our Master of Nursing graduates to come forward for the presentation of diplomas and pins. Senior Executive Associate Dean for Academic Programs, Professor Christine Miller, will read the names of the graduates as Carol Flaughton, Clinical Associate Professor and Assistant Dean for Pre-Licensure Programs, will present the MN graduates with their pins. She will be assisted by Cheryl Lanigan.
Kaltham Abdikir. Aladawadasan Adejunwan. Melat Yushagre. Tracy Badu. Brenda Bikukelam. Winona Brand. Alec Bueller. Mackenzie Burris. Jade Burt. Catherine Carlson. Grace Castro. Lamisa Chaudhry. Hillary Kumba. Catherine Dew. Jake Ellingson. Adalisa Izashukwa. Sarah Faison. Alec Ferris. Megan Filson. Nicholas Fuqua. Fadumo Haji. Rachel Harshaw. Warda Hussain. Victoria Jackson. Cassie Kampf. Nathaniel Kling. Gao Li Kong. Miranda Lopez. Michelle Lowy. Taylor Malman. Emily McCluskey. Carly Mell. Sophie Miller. Nicole Montgomery. Daniela Morales. Samantha Nymark. Priscilla Adami. Alexa Oswald. Virginia Pendleton. Hope Peterson. Sally Peterson. Emily Plautz. Euralia Roscoe. Rachel Schmidt. Keith Shaughnessy. Michaela Shaw. Ta Jinyi. Yi Tao. Cole Tucker. John Yucatel. Tate Walquist. Dake Wan. Madeline Wood. Natalie Yeager. Valerie Yarbrough. Keely Zimmerman. We now invite our Doctor of Nursing Practice graduates to come forward and receive their diplomas. DNP graduates will have their doctoral hoods placed over their graduation gowns. Hooding will be performed by Dr. Judith Pakachuk, Clinical Professor and Assistant Dean of the Doctor of Nursing Practice Program, and the graduate's project advisor. The title of each graduate's Doctor of Nursing Practice project can be found listed in the program. And Cheryl Lanigan will present each doctoral graduate with their business card holder from the School of Nursing Alumni Society. Matthew Hamill. Claire Maxey. Maria Rains. We now invite graduates of the Bakken Center for Spirituality and Healing to the stage. Presenting the graduates with their diplomas and certificates will be Mary Jo Kreitzer, Director of the Early Bakken Center for Spirituality and Healing, assisted by Aaron Erickson. And reading the graduates' names will be Cherie Crow.
Jessica Flanagan. Krista Jacobson. Jana Lundell. Angela Renee Dobies Pauley. Annika Ralsted. I've been saying it wrong. Just your name. Cassandra Zell.
Please join in congratulating all of our graduates one more time and celebrating their futures in nursing and healthcare. And as we plan now to conclude this graduation ceremony, we are even more committed to how it is we all work together to ensure health care for all and our planet. In closing, we ask, though, again, all those who are able to join as Leo Dvorsky leads us in Hail, Minnesota. The words are in your program. They will also appear on the screen behind me. At the conclusion of Hail, Minnesota, please remain seated until all the graduates have exited the auditorium. And again, congratulations to all.
Minnesota, hail to thee, our state so dear. Thy light shall ever be a beacon bright and clear. Thy sons and daughters who will proclaim thee